Hey YouTubers, welcome back to the channel. This video is going to document the 3.5-inch rough country lift install on our 2016 Toyota Tundra, vehicle new to me. The pictures you're seeing now is the vehicle in its state after it's lifted with 33-inch tires. Stay tuned. Okay, so the vehicle as it sits is a 2016 Toyota Tundra. It's basically an SR5, but they call it the TSS package, which means it comes with blacked out wheels, blacked out emblems. Currently it's sitting in stock form with 33-inch tires. With the lift I just showed you there, the rough country 3.5-inch lift with the coilover suspension and the Vertex reservoirs. We're going to be able to install 35-inch tires, so we're going to go to a 35, 12, 50, 20. And basically this is just a look at the truck before we start the lift. So when you visit the rough country page, you're going to notice this lift comes in a couple of different forms, but for this particular package, I've got the rough country 3.5-inch lift with the rear spacers, rear blocks. Comes complete with the rear blocks and the U-bolts, all the install hardware that you need in order to make those work. And the truck's not going to really see any serious off-roading. And then in the bottom, you'll see the front lift package, which is the upper control arms, those nice aluminum casts. And with this package I chose to run the Vertex coilover struts. They're adjustable, fully adjustable, and they also come with the reservoirs. On the rear it's the monotube V2 shocks. Did not go with the reservoirs on the rear. I'm thinking at some point I probably will upgrade to that, but for the time being that's plenty to run on the rear of the truck. Doesn't do a lot of towing or hauling. It's just going to be pretty much an everyday driver. So with that said, let's go back now and look at the rest of the package. So looking at the front, this is the cast aluminum upper control arm set that comes with the package. I think with some of the other package they're black, but with this particular package they are the cast aluminum. They're beautiful. They're going to look fantastic on the front. You just wait and see. And so at this point, let's get into the lift. So as you open the Vertex strut package, you're going to immediately be impressed with the presentation. The product itself is just a absolutely stunning looking, tough looking combination of billet aluminum and the black gloss paint with the rough country logo in it. And then there to the left, what I'm messing with now is the reservoir, which clearly has the Vertex logo printed on it. And the brackets that hold it in place are just nice looking, just a superb quality lift. And I mean, you're just going to be impressed in every way. Very heavy duty and have the rough country logo all over everything. The reservoirs are adjustable. The coilovers are adjustable. So let's look at the lift. Okay, so at this point in the video, update. Haven't recorded everything that we've done up to this point because the instructions that Rough Country provides are dead on. You can follow them basically verbatim. Got the upper control arms installed. Got the struts installed. They are adjustable coilovers. And at this point I'm looking at the track bar because that bracket there is not lining back up to its mounting point, not realizing at this time that there is a spacer that's going to go right here where I'm pointing. And it will drop the track bar back down and allow that connection point to line back up. And that's also where the reservoir bracket will mount up as well. It will reside there. And we'll get to the reservoirs here in just a little bit, but that's what I'm pointing at there. So at this point, everything's gone on pretty easily. It is handy to have a second person to get that strut installed. And I'm pointing at the castle nut here because you'll notice that that's not the castle nut that comes with the kit. At this point right here, I'm pointing at the castle nut, which at the time I could not find in the box with the install parts. So we went out and purchased new ones, and then come to find out in the box a little bit further down was the castle nuts. Everything is included in this kit that you'll need for installation. So Rough Country does a good job with this kit of putting everything in there that you need. Now at this point, I'm just moving over to the passenger side to give you a little bit different look. And the reason I'm doing that is because, like I said, the install is going perfectly. And in order to get the coilovers installed, you have to push down pretty hard to get those through. And then those bolts that go through right there in the upper control arms on the passenger side is a little bit more difficult because there's a bracket behind the radiator that kind of gets in the way a little bit, but it can still be done fairly easily. We had an extra set of hands from the top side of the engine to get those through, but then everything just tightens back up. And like I said, the reservoirs, they'll reside up a little bit forward where the spacer bar is connecting for the track bar. So at this point, we're finished with the front end. We'll move to the rear end now, and I'll show you what we encountered back there. Okay, so update on the rear. When the rear instructions tell you to replace these brackets on the line, it doesn't tell you anything about these that are attached to the actual chunk that run the entire brake line. But they have to come loose also, because if not, there's a ton of tension on these lines up here. So all three of these angled brackets angle backwards and allows the line to release. So the instructions are correct as far as that goes, but then when you get to here, you need to release those, and that way it takes the tension off of the brake line. Go ahead and install those brackets there. My kit was missing the extra bolts and nuts needed to secure these, so I just used zip ties for the time being, but that should get us right there. Everything on the rear end goes according to the instructions. I used the V2 monotube shocks. Don't have the reservoirs on the rear, but we do have the reservoirs on the front, as I showed in the video earlier. And everything is according to the instructions, so all good. Just show y'all how it looks. That's it. And here's the final product as it sits right now. The Tundra is on 35-inch tires. The 3.5-inch Rough Country lift not only looks amazing, but it rides amazing, almost better than factory. As with any lift, once you're completed, make sure that you go get an alignment and always periodically go back and check your nuts and bolts. This vehicle gets comments everywhere I go. People always want to know about the reservoirs. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for further content and follow-up on this video.